Good morning. Bonjour. Thanks, Program Director Dr. Tobias Takaravash, Head of FAO in Africa. Morning, the rep from ICA, Mr. Buke. Welcome to Pretoria. Welcome to captains of industry who are present, distinguished guests, and a warm welcome from South Africa for being here in this 3-day symposium. You are meeting at a home to a range of institutions that provide key inputs to the livestock industry in South Africa, including animal identification, recording, and evaluation services. Pretoria and the broader Tshwane is a home to some of the most important institutions and organizations that serve the livestock industry, from the Onderspoort Veterinary Institute in the north to the ARC Animal Improvement Institute in the south. The Onderspoort campus also includes the Faculty of Veterinary Sciences of the University of Pretoria, as well as the Onderspoort Biological Products that supplies vaccines of critical importance to the health of the national herd, as well as herds beyond our borders. To the east, we have a University of Pretoria's Department of Livestock and Wildlife Sciences and the Red Meat Research and Development Trust, as well as the nearby homes of the Red Meat Producers Organization and the South African Feedlot Association, the Abattoir Association, the National Emergent Red Meat Producers Organization, and the Red Meat Industry Forum, meaning that this meeting has been planned properly because it is in a center and area where a number of activities around the topic at hand is taking place. The ARC Animal Production also manages the national livestock base, the indices, and as well as the National Animal Recording and Improvement Scheme that include Konafatso ya Dikgomo, meaning that the improvement of cattle, a scheme that caters for beef cattle farmers from a developing sector. In addition to being the legislative center for the animal health and production, the Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries also manages the National Animal Identification System, while this is more focused on permanent unique owner marks, a first step in the right against stock theft, an area we have mentioned, Program Director. It is also an owner link to individual animal identification and related services. A large part of sub-Saharan Africa is prone to seasonal dry periods and periodic droughts, and is only really suitable for some form of animal production and of natural vegetation that also varies in quality and quantity. Climate factors such as temperature and humidity also make the region an ideal breeding ground for a range of animal diseases and parasites, and this is being aggravated by gradual climatic and vegetation changes that include rising temperatures, less rainfall, and a move from a grassland to a savanna woodland biome in many areas. Despite this, however, animal agriculture is one of the most economically important activities on the sub-Saharan subcontinent, and many countries are in the fortunate position of still having a number of breeds and species that are capable of producing under those conditions. In fact, the most successful and sustainable livestock farming system include those that are indigenous, locally adapted, and locally developed breeds. Animal identification and recording. It is therefore not really necessary to introduce any other breeds to the subcontinent. We have all the genetic material we need. But in order to get the best from these resources and in order to continue to combine the good qualities of more than one breed in crossbreeding program, one must be in a position to identify individual animals and measure and evaluate traits such as fertility, growth, and the production of meat, milk, and fiber. This information needs to be possessed in a form that the farmer, stock owner, and keeper can use to make informed decisions on breeding, to select the best herd and flock, and to get rid of less productive live animals. All of this requires a user-friendly and credible animal identification, recording, and evaluation system. South Africa does have an infrastructure titled Integrated Registration and Genetic Information System, commonly known as INTAGESIS. And I'm sure when you go outside, you'll find in the displayed area where such information will be found. And that is more used currently within the commercial and developing farmers. The demand, therefore, is to make sure that we continue and ensure that even the upcoming farmers are part of this process. Plans are already underway and agreements are in place to utilize INTAGESIS for a number of SADC member states with the intention of rolling it out to the entire SADC sub-region. Traceability, farm-to-consumer information. In addition, the market is becoming more and more demanding as far as guarantees on the origin and safety of products such as meat and milk, and even the welfare status of the animals. Consumers want to know where their meat is coming from, and many want to be assured that the animals had a good life. Others require assurances on the fodder system, with a growing demand for grass-fed products, and these guarantees can only be given with full production value chain traceability from the farm to the consumer. Plans are at an advanced level to improve our existing legislation on animal identification to make it compulsory and user-friendly. Animal traceability is an important part of the initiative to ensure compulsory animal identification and traceability. This will also help us with not only animal ownership, but also individual animal identification, curb animal theft, disease management, and general public health. The issue of accurate statistics have been included in countless documents on livestock development, and there are many national and regional policies and strategies highlighting the importance of livestock numbers, ratios of males to females, birthing figures and mortalities. Without this, it is almost impossible to identify problems from one animal health and production perspective, and even more difficult to plan any intervention to rectify this. You don't only do this tracing only to know who it belongs to. It also assists you to make sure that you can take stock of the challenges that livestock is faced with and begin to come up with measures that are meant to counter and make sure that there is an improvement. A lack of credible information, particularly on the health issues, also has a negative impact on the trade in livestock and livestock products, very often to the detriment of all livestock producers, owners and keepers. Unfortunately, this is often not seen as a priority by funders and developers, with the result that we will still need reliable and compatible animal identification and recording systems in many areas, even if this is just to be able to measure the performance of indigenous and locally stapled breeds with improvement of production, efficiency, and climate-smart animal agriculture in mind. It's also becoming more and more difficult to market livestock products without a reliable traceability system, and this is largely dependent on a sound individual animal identification system. This event has therefore come at a time when animal identification and recording has been highlighted as one of the most important factors in improving production efficiency, and when full production traceability is becoming a prerequisite for local, regional, and international trade. I commend all these involved: FAO, ICA, the ARC, South African Stat Book, and my own department in this intervention. I think that their reasoning and thinking has been very important, because without this debate being done and people made to understand the importance of this method, we will not be able to command or even realize the value of livestock in the area of business. In December 2012, South Africa hosted an AU regional workshop on trade of livestock and livestock products and livestock identification and traceability. Resolutions of this workshop included the establishment of a regional market information system, the regionalization of livestock identification and traceability system, and the development of affordable and national LTSs. It is now time to consolidate all the hard work that has been done. This three-day symposium also links to one of the key legs of the global agenda, an initiative with actions by a wide range of stakeholders from the private and public sectors, civil society, research institutions, and intergovernmental organizations, of all committed to the sustainable development of the livestock sector. The agenda focuses on three areas: closing the efficiency gap, restoring value to the grasslands, and moving forward towards zero discharge. Animal identification and recording are key components in the improvement of the available resources without any harmful effects on the environment. This calls for reliable information that has been processed from data collected. This symposium can be seen as a further step focusing on the importance of such systems in livestock development in the subcontinent. You have a comprehensive program that looks at key issues such as the OIE standards for AIT at an international trade, ICA standards and guidelines for animal identification and performance recording, ensuring that all the key issues will be dealt with, from the identification of individual animals to basic recording of births and mortalities, to the use of recorded data for a wide range of activities, including genetic information that can be used for animal improvement and consumer information on the origin and safety of the product, as well as the welfare of the animals consumed. Given the role that South Africa is playing in promoting performance recording in the region, and by virtue of being the only ICA member in the region, we would like to express our desire to host the next ICA meeting in the near future. I am sure, therefore, that delegates, given all the information given, this system is not only meant for what has been presented alone. It will, among other things, give comfort to those who consume our products, to know very well that the meat they consume has been kept and the cattle has been grazing in conditions that can be traced. But key to all these things, it will impede the work of those who steal livestock. It will improve conditions because you will have, therefore, and I've been impressed what I've seen outside in the displays, to see how much work has been done, even to have different forms of tracing animals. And I believe if we live here without taking a decision to make sure that we improve our participation, not only our participation, but our being members of different organizations, we will not have done service to those small-scale farmers whose livelihood depends upon livestock. I can speak of myself, having grown in a village. Most of my friends have been to school because a father was able to sell a cow to take that kid to school. We need to go beyond that. And to do that, then, is to follow what has been proposed here. It is always good when a well-thought-out plan comes together, and this event can be seen as such an occasion. I wish you well with this symposium, and I look forward to receiving a copy of the proceedings, including a clear way forward for livestock development in sub-Saharan region. We are one region. For us to succeed, we have to share our resources. For us to succeed is to learn from each other. For us to succeed is to make sure that we punch above our weight, and we do all that should be done to make sure that we become a region that can have a claim to the safety in terms of food security, to make sure that livestock is regarded highly as it should be, free of diseases. If there are some, we do our work in research to develop vaccines that can deal with that. And I believe, therefore, that chairperson, I felt so good that today I was told that this meeting is taking place. I have raised this within the department to make sure that we are not only part or members of ICA, but we are playing our role to make sure that a small farmer in a small village can be proud to know that this cattle has a mark that is individually for it, that no one can claim it. Thanks to science and those who do research. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.